Hey everyone, just to show you, when you start doing everything right on your website, you might get nothing for it at first until you finally fill in the blanks that you were missing, and then things can take right off. The thing that'll drive that, for instance, this idea of organic traffic is this orange curve taking way off. It went from like under 1,000 visitors a month over here to some crazy thing like 60,000, then back down to 17 because of the Google dance. And then it just climbed as referring domains grew along with it. More pages would kind of like come and go as Google decided which ones actually should rank for the keywords Google thought they should rank for. But this was only like a 300-page website anyway. Okay, they wound up falling because I think they sold it off. And so when they did, nobody kept up backlinks anymore, but the other competitors in the industry were still putting out their own stuff, their own backlinks, maybe increasing their own expertise, authority, and trust, all the things that add up. So let me show you this. We are on such a campaign to absolutely master everything. And what we discovered was how often we thought we accomplished all the pieces in the websites, but we'd be missing this piece and that one. Like, we did not run the table of contents over here. We didn't run link pages over there. We didn't do internal links over there. We thought we had them in there because they look like the external links, but stuff like that. And so we kept going through it saying, we have to be able to absolutely see what we're doing. So we did that. So I'm going to show you something I'm extremely proud of. Let's take a naked website like this where a lot of things just don't exist on the page, okay? I mean, literally this page right here, is pretty empty. There's no images, there's no related links, there's no table of contents, stuff like that, right? So if I'm working on 400 websites, I may not know where I stand on any one of them unless I can see it. So let's talk about seeing it. Control F, because this right here is where we got nuts about this stuff. We said we don't want to miss anything anymore. We want to even know if we ran the attributes through the URLs that leave the website in such a way that some of them are at least no follow. Okay. And so this is like, I could enter in my domains here like 400, and I could hit no follow list, and it will give me an Excel file with all 400 domains and whether any no follows exist through the pages. And if no follows exist on some of those, like I could just sort A to Z by yes or no. And whichever websites don't have it, I didn't run it. I need to go run it, right? There are other things to check though. What if I didn't put menu pages on the website? Maybe I created the pages on the website down here, but I put no menu links up in the pages up here. Oh yeah, I got to set some of the pages to be menu links or create a separate batch of menu links, but I can do a sort through those 400 websites, see which ones need it and do it. So watch this. I'm going to put in that one website, and again, I can do this with tons of websites so fast and have my answers. I'm going to get pages detail. Okay, it's already done. It's already given it to me. This is how fast this is. And so if I was doing 400 websites, it would be done really fast, and it will give me the exact answers I need to know. Now watch this. This may just blow your mind. I think it's so cool. Okay, this is the domain row by row and the actual URL row by row. Okay, there's just these on the website right now, 62 pages total. Now, how many words are on each page? Okay, matter of fact, let me just sort of like blow this thing up. It's so cool to see this. Okay, so on the index page, we didn't create any content. There's no page content. There's the other elements of what we call the theme option settings. So we made the home page all those little intros that point into the deeper level pages, but there are no words on that page that have to do with producing the page section. Okay, so ignore it. Other than that, would you call this a full page? It was written exceedingly well about the topic. H1 paragraphs, H2 paragraphs, H3 paragraphs, very smartly, very well organized, all the pieces that fill in the topic extremely well so that we have no problem with it. Sure looks like enough words, right? at least say 700, 800 words anyway, preferably more if you can do a table of contents like we can. So you've got direct links right down to the section somebody wants to read that's shown to them at the top of the page. One click away. It's a really big deal. So I can sort this. I could just say data, sort it A to Z, right? My smallest page, aside from that index page, is 1,651 words. Know what that means to me? That all these pages are great as far as word count. Okay, what about interlinks count? There's none on the front page because there's no page there. The page is a piece that's optional on the front page, okay? But there's just two. You know what that means? Why are there two? Interlinks, you know what interlinks are, right? It's when you have, okay, I just want to make sure to be clear. Say I've got this page and I've got that page and I've got that page and this, and I've got some verbiage in here that has to do with this topic over here, okay? So whatever the verbiage is that has to do with that other topic, it should be clickable and take you right to this page on purpose, right? What about this one? You know, it could have some verbiage in here that when you click, takes you to that page or this other page. Does that make sense? Interlinks take your 60 odd pages or 100 pages or however many and create links all through the page sections of the page that go to the other pages of the same website, okay? So you don't need to deal with follow and no follow tags or anything. You just are making it easy for if somebody's reading along and they go, oh, mask underlying conditions, if that's a link, I want to read more about that, and they click it, it takes them to the page that talks about mask underlying conditions. Does that make sense? So interlinks, there can be a lot of them. As a matter of fact, the rule of thumb is the more the merrier for the most part. And the idea is you can't really spam with them because they don't affect scores. They don't leave the website, but Google prizes them. That's one of those things you want to do right so that you can rank, okay? Interlinks is one of the things you have to do to get this to happen if you've been plugging along and missing it. If you did everything else right and all you needed to do was interlinks, do them, and this kind of thing can finally happen to you. Or at least it'll just start growing quickly, okay? You were missing it, now you got it fixed. Okay, now at the bottom of the page we have something called link pages. This is for the previous and next. This will take me to the page that came before. This will take me to the page that comes next in my sitemap, right? And guess what? When I go to the bottom of that next page, right, same thing. It just continues on and continues on and continues on till it gets to the end of the website, right? Does that make sense? All right, so having said that, that's why I see two interlinking pages, because it's just that. Interlinks in the pages is not high enough, okay? So again, I could sort this A to Z. I could go through these columns and just sort A to Z or Z to A and absolutely know which of the pages I need to go affect or which of the websites, you know, I should run this through. I can see the whole website obviously needs this, right? What about crosslinks counts? Crosslinks are the links that leave the website, okay? They point out at other websites. So I'm giving credit to other websites. Some of these crosslinks are going to be pointing in my partner sites, okay, like other expired domains that we got, and we're building up the whole pyramid of them, so to speak, the whole mountain of them. But part of these could be external authority links that go to my .govs, my .edus, my orgs that are of high quality, so I can justify my expertise, experience, authority, and trust. Okay? But I can get a clue whether I've done enough. And by the way, we will split that into two in the next few days. There will be a new column, okay? Insert, and the new column will be the authority links count, okay? That way we can track it separately from what we call crosslinks. For us, crosslinks are those deep page links from a stack of websites through a stack of websites through a stack of websites, kind of random, but always moving in one direction, never reciprocal. And what that means is we're building up authority through layers and layers and layers of websites. Is tiered backlinking, right? Non-reciprocal tiered backlinking. And that's what this is all about, okay? Linking through partners. But authority links are meant to be specifically to authority websites. And then if we wanted, we could have one more column, insert, and that would be like a money site, okay? Which isn't optional. It could be 0 all the way down, but it could be, yes, definitely, we've got links to the money site. Do we have too many? You know, we can tell right here. We can look at sums and averages and stuff and make sure that we're not overdoing anything, because we can always back off the limits, okay? Piece of cake. I mean, in no time at all, we can remove a stack of links and recreate it with a lower limit count and be done in minutes, okay? So we can correct for anything we ever did wrong. Okay, what else can I do? H2s. I think that's important because you might have a lot of words on the page, but if you don't have enough H2s, like a minimum basically of 4, then the page is like one heading with a bunch of print, right? But no, I've got 4, and I even have 3 H3s or 13 H3s spread across them. So yeah, it's creating the topics and delving nicely into each part of the topic. So I love that. These are good ratios. This makes sense. I am cool with this, right? So I know that's good. Paragraphs. What if it's one big fat paragraph under one header, right? Nope. The smallest good page here is 31 paragraphs. What if they were too low? Then I can run a function called, Control F, delete bad pages. I determine a low-level H2, a low-level paragraph, put in the domain, say go, and it's going to pluck out all the bad pages so that there are no bad pages on any website, okay? But by having this detail file, I can tell if I did that on all of the websites. Because if I'm dealing with a ton of websites at a time, how do I know? I mean, am I supposed to open every sitemap in different tabs for each domain and then just click from one to the next to the next to the next to see if it looks like there are enough pages in there or whatever? That doesn't even tell me which are bad. All right, so this stuff ensures quality, ensures that we don't do anything that Google doesn't want, okay? That we do everything Google wants and everything is done across all the sites. We've been building this stuff out over the past weeks, guys. Literally, this is new and it's powerful. Did we engage the sidebar? Because if we do, we get a lot more one-click away links into the above the fold area, which means that the page can show up for lots more keyword relations. And also it impresses Google because you make it very easy for people to navigate to the section they want to read. Think about it this way. Everyone who's got a question wants to read like a maximum 2 or 3 paragraphs. But then they want to read something related to it. So we make it easy for people to find the 2 or 3 paragraphs they're looking for, and that 2 or 3 paragraphs will have stuff that come before it, stuff that comes after it, but it's there. And so you might keep reading and go, oh, that's interesting too, that's interesting too. Or you kind of go, actually, I thought I knew what they were talking about, but I better start up here and then fill it in, right? Or they go, yep, that's exactly what I thought, but let me read this other topic over here, which is a whole different web page now, right? So, yeah, we want the sidebar on, right? We want the related pages to be the other pages in the same group of pages. So if you're reading about widgets, you're going to have related pages will be your blue widgets, yellow widgets, green widgets, and orange widgets. But then other pages will be other economic or business or operational topics that have to do with running a business, because that's what the whole website is about. And that's why it has a section about widgets. Does that make sense? And all of this is set up to be press button the way we run things. It's crazy. Table of contents. Did I get them on or not? Without that on, my pages aren't going to rank for nearly as many keywords each as when I flip it on. right? What about the welcome pop-up? Do I want a welcome pop-up? Do I want it on half of the website? So I want a bunch to be no, a bunch to be yes, or on the pages, right? It's up to me, but did I do it or not? I literally get to control that. Exit pop-up, did I do it or not? Do I want it? Call to action, that little bar that says, call us now, phone number, which always is visible on the page so that somebody can click it. Or it says, browse our selection, or visit our parent site, or check out our catalog, or whatever it says. You know, it's a call to action. See the video, you know, join our webinar, whatever it is. Get on our calendar for a scheduled meeting, okay? Linked page, that's exactly the previous and next. I know I did them on all the pages but the index, right? And it says yes all the way down. And what do you think about the bottom page of the linked pages? That's got to tell you something, right? So nothing at the top, and then it's twos until, oh, we reshuffled according to something, but this would be the bottom page, really. Okay, we reshuffled. I could shuffle again. But the point is here that when you get to the last page, it can only have a previous page. There is no next page. So it's only one link internally, not two. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, why did I click on that? All right, what else? Small images. Is it just a big block of content like this is? Or are there images busting up the pattern? You know, some on the left, some on the right, some in the middle, but, you know, busting up the pattern and making it a little easier to read and more interesting. Okay? I need that. So if I didn't do it, I need to do it. What about banner ads? Are we trying to put ads in the middle of the pages that say, hey, if you're ready, click here to go there and get it, right? That's banner ads. So if we're trying to put banners into the pages, we can put them at the top of the page like you see it near the opening. So it's, you know, as you see the opening, you also see the ad right away and then you can skip it. You can also put ads in the middle of the page or the bottom of the page in any combination. If you don't want it at the top, you want people to read the topic and then see it in the middle on the way, is a pattern interrupt? Great. If you want to put an ad in the bottom of the page and let them read the whole thing and then close with, now that you're ready, click here to visit us, do that. If you want to have different ads for either the same or different purposes on the page, one in the middle, one in the bottom, maybe one in the top, you can do all three, okay? So there you go, and you can have them click to anywhere you want, okay? So you can, did we do them or not? That's the question, right? What about video ads? We can insert videos into the pages the same way, top, middle, and bottom. And they're big, clear, and again, they have a headline and a closing paragraph. That's the same thing with a banner, to really get your attention wrapped around it so that you can understand why you're interested. So it works that way, and it works for the video ads as well. Okay? What about indexing? Did we make the mistake of leaving the no index tag on? Because if we did, our pages will not rank. Now, if you've got 400 websites and you've been doing everything with them and you know indexed a lot, you indexed a lot, but you've had your stuff in sets, how do you know if you got them all indexed or not? Well, I can just sort A to Z. How long can this entire file be? This could be 400 websites times 100 pages each. This could be 40,000 rows. And I can sort them and check through them. Right like this. And I can isolate. I can figure out those are not the right ones, so I got to bring that back across to figure out, aha, that's these websites and pages here. That really means these websites here. So I'm going to go and update those websites there, and that'll catch up all the pages. Then I can download the pages detail for just those websites if I want, or the whole thing if I need to get the whole report ready for somebody. So I can show them all the work that got done. Canonical. Did I make the mistake of leaving canonical set to www if I don't want it? Because again, the pages won't index. Because Google's going to go to the non-www that we force in the URL. But what if in the canonical it specifies the www? Google's going to switch to www, but it's going to immediately redirect to the non, which means the www version that we said is the real page, the canonical, doesn't exist. So in a case like that, we'd be just not able to rank for one stupid reason, right? This is one of those stupid reasons that keeps you from ranking. This is one of those stupid reasons that keeps you from ranking, okay? There are all these different things like that. URL checker. I forgot what it is. I'm actually going to have to go back and see what it is. It may be a predecessor to some of the other stuff like this that we've been doing. We do have a toss checker that checks whether the links on the front page click through to the inner pages or if they just look like they do. Here's what I mean. Say I go to the home page of the site. See how this link says click here? What if it's broken? How do I know? Unless I click it. What if I got 400 front pages, right? What if I go down here? What if this is broken? What if that is broken or that is broken? What if I come down here? What if that is broken? Some or all of these things could be broken, right? Whatever it is, anything here. Well, if I have all these broken links down here on the main page of the website, Google's going to say your website's not ready yet, right? I want to get the freaking traffic to start. I can't have a big mistake like that. But when you're dealing with tons of websites with all these steps, that can happen. So we built this, and it's either this one or another one, because we have a lot of things that do checks. It's really important. That ensure that we don't have any missing links. We actually, okay, I know this isn't the final one anyway, because the one that we do have, in the case of links that are broken, it shows us what they're pointing at. If they're pointing off the site, so that we can tell if they're really broken or if they're supposed to point off the site, which is rare. Okay, not on the main page. This is pretty rare. Do we have any no follows? If not, I did not run the attribute tool. I can't have all my links be followed by default. Google doesn't like that. So I need to know if I build in a proper array. Does that make sense? What about our tracking code? Heck, man, if we want to see what's going on, we're going to want this and or this happening. At least we could put in custom tracking. But these are things that we tend to rely on for tracking purposes. Did that get stuck into the project or not, right? And then schema. Is schema ready? I can, again, sort the whole thing, A to Z, sort the entire list, okay? So even if it's 40,000 URLs on the page, I can isolate which ones are not done and go back and get those and get them done. Usually it's going to be the whole website is either done or not done. So it's like, oh, that website and that website and that website, get to it. Does that make sense? So the purpose of all this monitoring is to absolutely not mess up, okay? So that we can deliver the quality we say we deliver, so we can make sure everything is working. And if we're finding that something's not growing, ranking, improving the way it's supposed to, we can check real fast and see if there's something we're missing and fix it ASAP. Because again, we want as much of this as we can get, okay? This kind of growth, just pound it. So by making sure we take care of all the things Google cares about, right down to external authority links, EEAT, crosslinks, interlinks, table of contents, related sidebar items, all that stuff, man. We want to see it all, right? And not miss anything. Let me share one more thing real fast for that. I mean, we're so careful about getting this right. Like I said, menu pages and total pages. I can put in 400 domains, hit this, and it will tell me how many pages are on each website and how many are in the top menu. As a matter of fact, that's a fun one real fast. Let me just show you. Because this is so quick, right? There's one website. It was done in a quarter of a second, right? Let me show you. Okay. It will be up in a moment. Boom. There we go. Let's make this a little bigger. There it is. That's the domain. Again, I could have had 400 domains. Okay. Menu pages, Are there any pages in the menu besides the home page? Yes or no? I could sort by that column, right? And so I can very rapidly see which websites I may not have gotten pages in the menu on and go fix it, okay? How many pages are in the navigation other than the index page, the home page? It says 7. Let's see. There's the home page. Let's skip it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7. And what are the total pages of the website? 62. I showed you on the file. If it looked like 63, don't forget about the header row, right? Because it's not a page. So 62. All right, do you see how useful this is? Some of the websites I may have thought I got the sitemaps on and forgot. And they say like 0 pages or 2 or something, right? Or they might say like 100, 100, 100, but then nothing in the top menu. It's like, oh my God, go fix it. But everything we need to do is automated and easy to repair on hundreds to thousands of sites at a time. And the purpose of all these monitoring tools that we wound up building over the last weeks is to see everything that we missed and be able to fix it ASAP. And that's actually what we're going through right now, which is huge. So we're going through that, plus adding schema to everything now that we can, plus doing expertise, authority, trust, experience. And we're basically done at that point. We have total control. We can add more sites and interweave the linkage to drive more domain rating and everything. But I have even seen sites rank with little domain ranking if they have enough external authority links. So the fact that we can do all of it means we can outcompete everyone. The fact that we can do all of it this fast, this easily, and this perfectly means that we can outcompete everyone. And using tools like this, some of you guys have actually hopped in and gotten your hands on it, and you've been growing through the videos we've been putting out and starting to create better projects. And some of these tools, I'm just getting the videos out for now because we just added them and I have to train people on them. But do you know what? It's amazing how much control you've got. The only thing that keeps you from ranking is getting all the little steps done correctly. And the more you review, study, and then start putting it in, right, you get it done. You get it done. So that's just it. We've got to the point where we're going to burst open on tons of websites for all these things we're doing: selling leads, website flipping, constant traffic flow, layering that out through the new guys who get in, and then the new guys who get in, and then the new guys who get in. So the constant growth keeps going for those who get in sooner. That is huge. Okay. So, there's more stuff going on, but I'm just telling you, it's a big deal. You want to keep up. One thing, if you don't know, let me just point it out. Website-installer.com. Those of you who've been around with us for a long time, you know. Those of you who don't. Professional services right here is actually all these things that we've been getting into lately that are really, really valuable, okay? And so the reason that you'd be interested in any of these particular things is because you have a clue where you're going and what you want to accomplish. And if you don't, ask. Each of these is a video you can watch that discusses what this is, so you understand if you want it, okay? And whatever you can get in at and decide you really want to do, get a hold of me. Let's talk through your project. I can guide you. I can guide you according to your budget. I can guide you where to start, okay? And you can tell me what you want. I'll tell you different options that make sense. You can decide, based on your budget anyway. But the fact of the matter is that these are extremely powerful options where we can set things up for you and then hand the control over and let you continue, but it's wash, rinse, repeat. And so it's very, very easy to get this on a roll once you get started, or you can have us do the whole thing. We've been going through a lot with GPT and everything happening all around us in real time and moving the bar at Google. We had to go chasing. And in order to go chasing, we had to first create tools that did the work. Then we realized we were getting lost, which websites were done and which weren't. So we had to create the tools to let us rapidly check our work. and be able to provide a report of everything that was done. So anyone we're doing work for can see the report if they want of where they stand. So it's been absolutely amazing, and it's totally worth getting interested, and it's totally worth giving me a call if you got any questions. It's totally worth starting if you can, because as we add power, we just put it out through everyone who's active. We don't even do versioning. If you have websites out there in play that you created with our projects, then when we do updates to our websites, they include yours too. They don't change your websites, but they add more power into your websites behind the scenes. So the websites that did not have the ability to handle schema now do. The websites that did not have the ability to do authority external linking now do. And on and on and on. Okay? So when you get in with us, it's worth it. You want to keep growing with the package you're at. You want to keep considering what you're doing. If you got to partner with somebody to raise it and do it better, do that. But if you get in, you're going to be so happy you did. Okay, that's professional services at website-installer.com. I always put dashes between my words. I have forever. I should probably just do a website-installer.com. But there you go. There's that. Okay, I've said that much. What I'm going to do in the next video is a lot of fun. I'm going to show you how I take a pretty naked page, like, one of these. A naked page, right? Just a lot of big block of print with almost nothing breaking it up. I'm even going to restore it so it doesn't have links at all in the pages. And then I'm going to show you how rapidly we can add to the SEO value of the page by going through the stuff that the page's details points out to us. Does that make sense? Like, once the page exists and we deleted out bad pages, assume the rest of them because we can get missing pages and rerun them to fill in the blanks, so we don't have any holes in our topical authority. There's no missing niches. So once we're there, right? Question is, now you've got the pages and they're great and they're done and the topics are finished and everything. How do we add all the rest of the power in? I'm going to walk you through it and you're going to see. It's a lot of fun to watch and to see how amazing the pages become, one little step at a time. And yeah, for Google, it's huge. It's the ability to rank for a couple of keywords turned into a couple of hundred keywords, page by page by page. You released 120, say, page by page by page. It's absolutely cool. All right. Yeah, check out that video when it comes out. Otherwise, give me a call or get started with a package. You're going to want to get in line. As we're bringing people in over the next years, all the people that come after you are going to be in the projects that, therefore, backlink. They're going to link up to the next level of projects, that link up to the next level, then link up to the next level. Because we can do it, and it's healthy. We do it the right way, so there's no spam, no issues. It's why we control counts, right? So that Google says, yeah, you can have a Mother's Day flower shop link to a construction hardware, talking about forklifts that you can buy for your commercial operation. You can have a link that points there. If there's any kind of a reason, like there's a good match for the keyword that points there, yes, you can do that. That's legal. Okay. You can also link to a Japanese babysitter in Tokyo if there's some reason for it. It's a friend of the family, and part of your operation, is that you like to discuss personality things, personal things. Google has no problem with where you link out to. Links that relate are stronger, but links that don't relate, but they're proper, like the verbiage in the paragraph links to a page that does talk about the topic, is legitimate. So what we can do is master all that, because all you need is one link per website that Google sees and indexes. Some page Google indexes has a link to that other site. Matter of fact, that's another video I got to show. All the backlinks that drove the second iTier 100 site we did all the way to the top underneath the original creator of the product, but past every reseller the guys had for years. We outscoped them. We just climbed right over the top of all of them. Every one of those backlinks was done by us, and I can show the proof. And 99% of them are on the same server. And yet the result was huge. Okay, I'll get off this topic and on to the next. Hope you're enjoying this. Give me a call if you got any questions. All right.